it's Jen for the love of Iris. Welcome to another video. Today's project is this one, and it is a note card using the Crumb Cake note cards. I know they're retired, but you can use the very vanilla, that's fine. And it's some tips using the Lemon Zest bundle. This bundle did not get near enough attention, I don't think. It's gorgeous. It comes with the stamp set and the coordinating punch, which I just love. I think it's fantastic. There's a lot you can do with it, so I'm going to be using this over the next couple days, over the next couple videos, so I hope that you will learn some things. The first thing I want to show you is to make a template for your punch. That way when you are punching things out, you don't have to waste so much paper. So if you just take a piece of paper and you punch through it, and I've already done this, so it's going to be difficult for me to try it again, but just punch through a piece of paper, and that will give you a template for you to line your stamps up on. And then all you'll do is flip this over and then line your stamps up on your block just in that template. That way you can get your stamps lined up correctly, so when you stamp it down, you've got it done so that it'll punch it out all in one go. I will tell you, I did have to trim my two leaves. Can you see that where I trimmed it right there and right there? It does not affect the stamped image at all. But if you want to utilize this technique, you may have to trim your stamps just a little bit. So let's get started. First thing I did was I took a Crumb Cake note card, and again you can use very vanilla, and I embossed it with the leaves embossing folder. I'm so retarded. I'm such a silly girl. This is the I think it's Layering Leaves. It's that 3D one, and it is gorgeous. Can y'all see the texture? It's just incredible. I'm going to try it with some ink next time, but I just thought that really pulled out the leaves in the lemon. I thought that was so neat. So just emboss half of it, and in order to do that, you just stick the paper in halfway, like this. Line it up and close it, and then run it through your embossing folder, or through your Big Shot this way, so this doesn't get touched, okay? And the sandwich that you want to use for this, in case you're not familiar with these, you need your old Sizzix platform, or the newer version is fine, but you can't use the magnetic platform, it's too thick. But you need it on tab 1, or you need it on the new platform for the embossing folders, the thick ones. And then so there's no bottom plate at all. This and then your top plate, and that's how you run it through. Okay, so you'll run it through and it comes out gorge. Okay, so I did that in advance, and I also stamped in advance just a little strip of paper with the biggest, the whole, like the lemon slice. And I just kind of randomly stamped it because it's going to go down here at the bottom. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. And I will adhere that with my, there it is, with my Tombow. And I used my Tombow in my fine tip glue pen. So I'm just going to apply some adhesive here, on here. And I'm going to line it up down here at the bottom. And right about there is good, and then I'll just flip it over. And oh, the color I used on this is Daffodil Delight. I used Daffodil Delight, and you'll see that when I stamp out the main image. Daffodil Delight and Wild Wasabi. And then I'll just flip this over and trim off the excess. Yeah. 1. That stuck to me. What's the other Tombow? And 2. There we go. Now we got a nice little pop of color. Okay, and then I will show you how I did the lemon here. Let me get some Whisper White, because I didn't get enough, I don't reckon. Oh, I didn't get any. Okay, well, here we go. I have to cut into a brand new sheet. Okay, so what I did was I just took my Daffodil Delight and I kind of just inked it up using this side here where it's closest. And if you just look, you can watch the ink transfer on there. So you see I need some more over here. And if you get some in the leaves, if you do the Daffodil Delight first, it's very easy to wipe off the leaves. And in doing it this way, you get kind of a shaded look because this side's going to be full of ink and this side's going to be less full of ink just by the nature of you inking it. And the wild wasabi is really easy to see. So you can see that pretty easy. So I need wild wasabi on my leaves. And since I've got it all together on this one stamp, all I have to do is flip it over and stamp it. Okay. Yay! And see how it's got that different color? Because you try, I don't know if you can see that way down there. Yeah, see how it's darker over here? Because just by the nature of trying to get the ink on this side, you're applying more ink as you get closer and closer. And it kind of gives it like an ombre effect, which I really like. You can, of course, stamp them individually and punch them out, but this was just a little tip. Okay, and then get your punch, line it up, and punch it all in one go. Bam. Love it. So easy. Okay, I popped up all of these on dimensionals. So here we go. And I actually didn't pop up my leaves. I laid them flat. And I love the sentiments in this. They're so pun. You know I'm a punny girl. I love puns. So I just thought this set was, it just screamed me. There's my lemon. And let's just adhere these leaves flat. And I did the green toward the bottom to kind of try to pit a border, or not a border, but pit a contrasting color between the yellows so that there wasn't so much yellow. Oh, that's going to get stuck on that dimensional. There it is. Okay. And then I just took some more wild wasabi and the sentiment that says, if life gives you lemons. Excuse this piece of scrap I have. Ooh, that's not good at all. I made a mess. Let's try that again. There. If life gives you lemons. And I used a 1 3/4 punch. Here it is. This is the old whale tail 1 3/4 punch, but it still works, so I haven't replaced it. When it dies, I'll get the other one. Okay. If life gives you lemons. And then I took a sponge and sponged Daffodil Delight around the circle just to give it some dimension. And that's another way you can do this without layering another piece of cardstock underneath it, is just add some color around the outside of your circle and then it will pop off your page. See? So pretty. I love it. Okay, and then just adhere this down with some more Tombow. Okay, perfect. And then on the inside of the card, I used the sentiment, chuck them right back, because I think that's funny. And I did it again in the wild wasabi. I love it. I think that's just a sweet little card to brighten anyone's day. If life gives you lemons, chuck them right back. And then I hope this will give you a nice little idea to use your punch, kind of like you do with the flowers and all those other punches, the gingerbread man punch, you know, those kinds of things. It's along the same lines, but I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope this inspires you to create, and I love this set. It's just fantastic. So I'll be having some more projects with it soon, so stay tuned. You all take care. Bye-bye.